Hi, people of God. The craziest thing happened to me today. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to help somebody, right? And you know how, like, when you're helping people, certain people don't want your help. And so I'm the type of person, I gotta get on that book level, let them. Okay. Because my mindset is always thinking solution, 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 solution. If something keeps happening, I can't ignore it for too long. I don't know how many people go through that. Like, I can't ignore it. It's going to aggravate me. It agitates me. It has to be fixed. I'm a fixer type of person. Don't just aggravate me with that because it's going to keep reoccurring. So, I have, I'm one person that believes in doing my due diligence wherever I'm at. Remind you, I'm still at the same job. Still at this job that don't even want to pay me over minimum wage pretty much. Still at this same job that isn't really what I want it to be. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to solve a problem. And the person gets angry at me. And I notice every time I'm fixing an issue, I have to go into warfare to fix issues. It aggravates me. When I know it's wrong. I don't have to question, do you know it's wrong? You know it's wrong. But I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, you wrong. But before you fix the issue, you will allow the issue to continue going on because you're negligent, lazy, and don't care. I don't make as much money as these people make. And yet and still, I believe in correcting stuff because I believe I don't work for you. I don't actually work for you. I work for God. I work for myself. I work for my family. I work for the people that care for me. That's who I work for. Even when I'm on a job that I feel neglected, abused, and unappreciated on, I don't even work for y'all. I come in, I do my due diligence because that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, this is the craziest thing. After so much, I have to separate myself. After so much, I have to come to the realization that you're good with the destruction, and I have to keep myself sane. So, a lot of times, I leave people in their mess and let them wallow in their mess because for me, it's like I'm talking to a person that's under demonic captivity. A person under demonic captivity, no matter how much you talk to this person, they're not going to be able to fix it. No matter how much you try to help this person, they can't even help themselves. All you can do is alert them to it, make them aware, make them knowledgeable, and walk away. Let them. Because I realize we're dealing with a society that's, how can I put it, enslaved. We're dealing with a society that's enslaved. And it's hard because me being a person that came out of captivity, coming out of slavery, God's redeveloping my life, it's kind of hard because some of the transitionings is not going as easy as I thought it would. Transitioning out of certain situations, transitioning and changing out of certain situations, because there are certain people that want to keep you stuck. There are certain people that want to keep you in the same situation. There are certain people that want to keep you in the same mindset, the same consciousness. So my transitioning out, I'm like, okay, whether I live or die, whether the guy got to kill me off to transition me out, or I transition out the regular way, it's going to be a transition. And knowing that, I had to realize because these people remind me of myself because they support what is destroying them. Have you ever seen a person support what destroys them? And what is trying to help them, they shown away. I don't want that. Can't do nothing with that. Can't help that. But what is destroying them, they're like, oh, I love you. They're embracing it. That's called demonic captivity. And knowing this is part of the psychological part of it. They put you in demonic captivity like that so that they can identify when you're not like that, because certain things you will not accept when you break through and break through chains. Certain stuff you cannot accept. You will have to grit your teeth to accept it, like me staying on this job. I grit my teeth every day to accept the fact of me staying there. And a lot of people don't know. Because I realize that, like the book, Let Them, I have to let go. I am in a powerless situation because what I started seeing now is ritual behavior. I once listened to this young woman's testimony. She was talking on a podcast with a young man, and she was talking about, I always wanted to own my own restaurant. In every restaurant that I went in, I was excellent at management and I controlled the restaurant and everything. And for some weird reason, she was blessed with $3 million, right? And as she was blessed with the $3 million, she did not know how to be a positive steward over those 3 million. So she trusted a friend who betrayed her, and she lost $3 million trusting friends that are betrayers. And this could have happened to her even if she had to utilize a stranger, because you're trusting them with a lot. And $3 million is not a little bit of money. It's a lot of money. And you can still lose in the process. Because if you're not a good steward, if you're not constantly checking on the restaurant, if you're not constantly watching, if you're not constantly evaluating, I'm not going to sit here and oversee you all day, but I do have to check in. I do have to monitor the progress from day to day, week to week. What are you doing? Are you just lounging? I have to explain that this process should not take a year or 3-4 years. This is a process that should take maybe a few months at the max. It should not take as lengthy. So the woman said, I lost $3 million and ended up had to go back and work in a restaurant setting. And this is her power, but this is a demonic behavior that takes place. A lot of times we are gifted to own. We're gifted as owners, but we're servants in ownership positions. Make this clear to you. Joseph could have been Pharaoh, but he's in second hand to Pharaoh instead of being considered as Pharaoh himself, because he had already went through the journey in which a Pharaoh should go through and was very successful in his journey in the underworld, the afterlife, and everything. And he should have been crowned Pharaoh. But it is written he's second hand to Pharaoh. A lot of us are not being aware that this is a sign of possession, because the enemy don't want you to rule over them. They always want one of theirs to rule over you. If it can't be all of them, at least one must. And we have to understand that there is much more to certain situations than we are aware of. So this is stuff that God has been like revealing to me for quite some time. and stuff like that. But a lot of people still not getting it because we say, hey, he went from being a slave to second hand to the king. Everybody's doing what he says. Everybody's doing what he wants them to do or whatever. But guess who can stop him at any time? Pharaoh. This is not yours. This is not yours. This is not yours. You're not storing your own. You're storing someone else's. And what I'm not saying this to tell you guys not to be good stewards under management, because that's not my thing. You will be good stewards under management. There is a must for you to, even though you have people over you, to honor, respect them, and do what you're supposed to do. This is part of the job. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not up at the top. You're not managing your own stuff. And in order to manage your own stuff, you will learn how to steward up under other people, to actually have your own ownership, to actually have your own things, to actually be your own people. You will have to learn that. And you will have to start that process of being smart by stewarding up under somebody, apprenticing up under somebody, so that you can gain talent, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and growth. But that's not yours. That's somebody else's own. There will come a time when you have to let go of other people's businesses, their dreams, their visions, their ambitions, their entities, what they have going on, and become a steward of your own. And like the woman with the $3 million, you don't want to go through the loss, the misfortune. So during the time when you're stewarding up under the management that you're stewarding up under, you should be learning how to manage from them. You should be learning. This is your learning process. No, I don't have my own. No, I don't have this. But what I can do, I can learn from who does. And this is your learning process. So every day you walk in, you're learning. What am I learning? I'm learning how to lead. I'm learning from what I should be doing, what I should not be doing, what should be taking place, what should not be taking place. And if I alert my management to something, if I'm alerting you to something, trust me, I don't believe in wasting your time. I'm alerting you because this is a small problem now that reap big consequences later. Small problems turn into big problems later if they're not fixed in a timely manner. Because we can fix problems and sometimes they're untimely. Oh, we're I'm going to be real with you. The game was on Sunday and here we are on Monday and we watching plays and everybody got something to say. You didn't say it on the field, don't say it now. I don't want no Monday morning quarterback trying to tell me what to do after the fact. Whole time we on the field, you saw this. You didn't say nothing. You didn't correct nothing. You didn't address nothing. You went direct with me. You couldn't be blood raw. You couldn't be blood honest. You had to sit there. You playing nonchalant, lying and stuff like that. I know it's hard sometimes. Trust me. I have to brief people on some stuff that they don't want to hear, especially in our environment. Some stuff they don't want to hear because I see it, I know it, I'm visually in company with it. I'm in the location where I see it clear. And the hardest thing is to say to you, hey, you know such and such is going on, and I know it's going to harm you indirectly. And you say, whatever, let it go on. But you have the power to fix it. And that's when I have to do your same thing. Let them. Because it's only so much that I can do. It's only so much that I can help with. It's only so much that I can assist with. At some point, I have to let go. And I have to grow. Because guess what? You will become a hindrance to me. I don't want my hair falling out any more than it's falling out. From stressing over things that you can fix, but you refuse to fix. So I'm stressed out because you refuse to fix it, and it impacts me indirectly. And some of it can impact me directly too. But you refuse to fix it because you're the one with the power and I don't. So I got the power to walk away. I got the power to let you do you and watch you crumble because you refuse to take guidance from a person because you feel like, hey, they're under you. But while I'm under you, I realize that whatever I do to you, I'm a universal law person. I don't know how many people out there are real universal law people. Pay attention. Whatever I do to you, it will pay me a visit. So when I talk to you and I know I'm right, I don't worry about it because the universe gonna say, okay, well, you was trying to heal, you was trying to bless, you was trying to resolve, you was trying to solve problems, you were doing exactly what you're supposed to do, you should be honored. But if I keep up chaos, I keep up problems, there's always some drama. I'm never trying to fix something. I'm always trying to tear down something, cause problems, cause issues or whatever, doing all kinds of things that's against God's commandments. When I say fulfilling everything that's against God's commandment that I could possibly think about. Written, unwritten. Faith and unfaith. Faith and commandment type stuff. Seriously. At some point, universal law gonna pay me a visit and say it's time to pay up. It's time to pay up. You hadn't paid for years and years and years, but it's time for you to pay. So when we learned about universal law, first thing I learned, I don't send out into the universe what I don't want coming back to me. So anybody that manages over me or has authority over me, I respect. There's a reason for my respect, and you will not disrespect me or I will move out your way and let you fall. I respect you. I will not give you a hard time. Heavy is the crown that's on one's head, and you got to be mindful of that because it's a lot going through that mind when you're running things, and you can't address it all. So you want good stewards under you that's going to assist you in addressing issues. But what you're meeting today, you mean stewards that say, I want your position, so I'm going to sink you. And you're meeting managers that say, okay, I trust you, to the one that's trying to sink them. Instead of saying, clean it up or ship out. Clean it up or you gone. Period. Point blank. Now, this is the craziest thing. People up under you, whenever you see them not trying to fix anything that's going on and don't care, I don't want you around me. Because right now, we're stewarding over small things. It's like minor issues. The little bit I have right now, minor stuff. that God gave me to store it over. If I'm not managing that small stuff the proper way, when God blessed me with a whole bunch, how am I going to manage it? What am I going to do? Am I dealing with this situation as honest and as real and as positive and the way that I'm supposed to deal with it? Or am I dealing with it inappropriately? And at some point, it costs us. Now, I know y'all heard that stuff about slave masters, slaves be good to your master type crap. Let me be real with you. I'm a believer that I will have people that I will manage someday. So, being a believer of universal law, if I am good to the people that is over me, when I become a manager, I should receive the same harvest. People that are like me. Not receiving people that are chaotic and keeping up problems. This is part of the reason why we have to deal with the devil, because the devil likes to do a lot of dirt but don't want to reap his harvest. So we deal with switches, tears, and weeds. Okay, we both in the field. You chose to sow tares and weeds. You must eat from those figs of thirst. You must eat from those weeds. You must drink from those weeds. You must drink from those tares. Now, for us who believe in actually sowing a good harvest, we are expected to reap a good harvest. But guess what? You're dealing with the enemy. They want to switch. You didn't do right. You didn't care to do right. You didn't want to do what we did. When you looked at us, you was filled with hate because we were doing what we were supposed to do. You sat up there, you attacked us endlessly. When I say endlessly, you attacked us and followed us without stopping at all. Even when urged to stop, you refused to stop and acknowledge your errors and your misdeeds and your wrong ways because we were doing the right thing. And now it's harvest time. You sowed that foolishness over there. That's what you reap. Go ahead on. Walk into your kingdom. You sow good, you reap good. This is part of the reason why it's so hard to say let them. Because we never want to see someone fall. We never want to see somebody crumble. We never want to see them go through. But then we have to realize that we have so many people these days dealing with demonic possession. People having authority over them that is not supposed to have authority over them. Like I said, some of us are Joseph. There are a lot of people that have authority over us that should not be over us. And that's a demonic attack. And that's a demonic strategy that a demon uses. A demon will tell you at least one of us going to be over you. I don't care how high you get. And that's a demonic strategy. And we have to start briefing ourselves and making ourselves aware of it. Because this system is always putting you up under a whole bunch of stuff. At some point, you're going to have to chisel your way out. Chisel your way out of this foolishness. Out from up underneath the rocks that hold you alive underneath them. Out from the tomb. Because look, you probably ain't strong enough to roll the rock away and just get it out your way because there's a whole bunch of them. But maybe you're strong enough to chisel your way out. And that's probably about the easiest way you're going to get it. So, like I said, be a good steward over what you have. Don't give out all that you have. One of the things I will tell you too, okay, you're planning to build a restaurant business or whatever, one thing I will tell you is this: small sums, big impacts. Small sums, big impact. Tackle small projects that does a big impact. Small projects, big impact. Don't allow people to cause confusion to keep you constantly changing. You had a vision. Stick with the vision. Stick with the focus of the vision. You stored up under a million different people. You worked in millions of jobs. You are prepared. You are ready. It may seem like it is over your head. It may seem like a lot. Oh my gosh, it's like a lot. But if you are a good steward and you are the type of person that manages your business appropriately, certain things you won't have to worry about. Certain things you will never have to deal with and you'll never have to stress about. You will be able to manage well and be what you want to be. But be careful. Life is rough, life is hard, and it comes with a lot of demons. And all of them are looking at you because you are a man of God, whether you're female or male. You are a man of God. Every person in that book, the Bible, the Quran, every instruction that is given, Norman, Book of Norman, all these instructions that are given to you for your greater good, you need to heed the lesson and receive the reward. Heed the lesson, receive the reward. Show that you are not captive, but that you are listening to wise counsel and that you are there while you can. Because the enemy constantly wants to throw you out your mind. I can't tell you, when God delivered me, man, he had some stuff he had to go through to deliver me, and he's still delivering. I'm not all the way delivered. He's still working. Like, he got to work. Like, I don't know what I did with my life, man. God been working so probably overtime, him and his people. Man, they tired of me. They probably sick of me. Probably want to sit up there and say, girl, go about your business. But seriously, with all that being said, be good stewards. When everybody's screaming, and this is Proverbs, when everybody's screaming, let's tear it down. Let's steal from the innocent. Let's do this, let's do that. Let's destroy this place. Let's go and let us all be one and seek out for destruction of so many different things. You be the wise counsel to say, nah, I can't do that. Because I got a God I got to answer to. I got people depending on me. I got them depending on me. They're expecting me to pull through. They're expecting me to make it. And trust me, even if I don't make it, guess what? They gonna them same ones that gonna still be there caring for me. Same ones that's gonna still be there when everything's gone. They're gonna be right there. And I owe it to them and myself to be a good steward. Because some of them help build the very vineyards that we work in today. And they have high expectations of me being successful, of me doing what it takes to get us to the next level. And they don't want to hear excuses. And I'm not trying to give them none. So, long story short, just be good stewards, be good people. Remind you at some point you're going to have people working up under you, and you don't want to be snapping off on the good people every 5 minutes because you done acted a fool your whole life, doing wrong, trying to sink people. And now you got your own, and you trying to kill everybody off thinking they trying to sink you the moment that they sit up there and blink they eye the wrong way. If you catch my drift. Hopefully these words encourage you guys. Stay blessed.